Hey everyone, there's some like general macro concepts that I want to just quickly go over. This shouldn't take long at all. And it's important that we look at this as a team. That way we're all on the same page for the next match. The first game we kind of got stomped, right? But the second game, I'm honestly like pretty happy with our performance the second game. It took this enemy team 33 minutes to beat us when our Zyra is literally running it down 121. You know what I'm saying? Like this gives me a lot of confidence, right? Because this was a GM challenger team, right? And they're most definitely not playing like a GM challenger team, right? Like I think their macro is like really bad. Okay, so a couple of things I want to go over. Okay, here I forget exactly what happened, but the situation is enemy Aatrox is dead. Some action mid, we kill the jungler, and naturally we do Herald here. Okay, so pretty standard stuff so far. Yeah, obviously we're down gold, but we are still very much in this game. Okay, we don't have too much pressure on us, right? It's not like they are on two Drakes. You know what I mean? We have infinite time. We're both on 1/1 Drakes. Okay. Okay, and the enemy team knows we're on Herald. So, what should the enemy team do knowing that we're on Herald? Okay, there's a couple options for them, right? Can they contest this Herald? Hell no, right? They just died. Okay, so what should they do? When they respawn, they should play on the opposite side of the map. They should look to set up dragon, set up control, and look to take this dragon because they're still ahead. But what do they do instead? This Zoe goes top, knowing that we're taking the Herald. This is just some psychotic shit. How is this a challenger player, by the way? It's like unbelievable that she dies here. It's also more unbelievable that instead of getting a free Drake, the enemy team decides to sprint top and try and save this Zoe when she's 100% dead. This team is trash. I'm serious. It's actually disgusting. And that's great for you guys. What should have happened is the Zoe, well, first of all, she should have never opened top, knowing that she's weak side. At the end of the day, we just trade objectives. Herald, they take Drake, they take Drake. That should be the end consequence of this sequence. The Zoe just committed suicide, and that's super good for us because now we can potentially contest this drag, and that's what we try and do. It's a bit unfortunate that Max lost all his HP here. I actually don't remember how this Aatrox got here, but that's a different review, right? That's not the point I'm trying to make, right? Anyways, conceptually, we're doing the right thing. We're trying to contest this drag because yeah, it's 5v4 on paper. Obviously, not great anymore because Max's conditions got fucked, but what we're doing is good. Euphonia, Alex, great TP here. We get a free kill. Awesome. I'm gonna pause here. The sequence in the last minute and a half was beautiful, right? All the way stemming from getting 2 kills mid, we took the Herald, we punished this enemy Zoe trolling, we realized we can contest this Drake, we base, we try and redeploy and contest this Drake. That sequence is beautiful, so we should be proud of that. I'm very happy about that. Okay, here we just need to slow down a little bit, okay? So fight happens, take a couple seconds, reassess the situation. Are we still in that same kind of strong position that we were when we came out of base? No, the conditions have changed. Max is coming from base. He's in Narnia. He's coming. He's making his way down. The Zoe respawn now. So on paper right here, it's, roughly give or take a 4v4. But look at our conditions. Alex doesn't have much HP to work with. Think about our ults. We don't have Albert ult just yet. We used Syndra ult. We don't have Zyra ult. Think about these things. Reassess the situation. We can't just pull the Drake. We can't just like go ham just yet. Okay? So what should we do this turn? We should play slow, play control. Okay, we need to wait for our Zeri to come back, and then we can probably do stuff. Another thing we need to think about in the back of our mind is if Aatrox has TP, because by the time the Zeri gets here, right, this timer is probably like, I don't know, like 10 seconds or something like that, right? So we should think about that in the back of our mind, right? But I'm a little bit less worried about that right now, because on our screen, conceptually, we need to wait for the Zeri to come back, okay? So we're waiting, we're good. This is good, all right? We got the midway first. Exactly, this is what I'm talking about. This is good, okay? So next timer here, it's basically in the mid late game positions, I keep stressing, right? And I'm going to keep stressing this because we're not doing it. We need to strong side Henry because he's playing a fragile mage, a fragile mid laner. So if Henry goes bot, either our jungle support needs to come and babysit him bot so that he can push deep. Or if our jungle support go topside, then Henry should also go topside, right? So that really depends on what we're playing for. The real question is, are we fighting for this drag slash this Otacon? We need to make the decision now because it's going to influence all of our movement. If we're not playing this drag, what should we do? Then Henry and Alex should swap. Henry should go topside, our jungle support go topside, and then what's going to happen is Henry's going to push basically like 3 waves, and we're going to push as deep as we can and try and get like super deep vision. Okay? That's the idea. And if we are playing this drag and this Otacon, then Brian and Danny, you guys need to go over here because we're playing for these objectives. We probably made the decision too late. Now we're like, okay, we're giving these objectives, which is fine. It is what it is. this Aatrox is trolling. Like, how is this Aatrox dying in this scenario? But the reality situation is this. So, Henry, after you push in the spot wave, you need to realize that you can't push any further, right? You come mid, which is what you do, right? But no, there's no way you're going back bot side, okay? We're doing good, right? Basically, like, all the waves that Euphonia got, they should have been Henry's waves because it'd be better gold allocation. We basically got 3 waves top. We got Aatrox kill. We got tier 2 turret. That was the trade we made for Dragon and for Otacon. That's honestly a pretty good trade. Okay, we base. So now what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? Should we be playing to retake bot side vision? Where is the enemy team? We don't see them on top side vision yet. They could be trapping in here still. There's a chance. So if we want to retake bot side, then we need Alex and Brian to walk us in. And if we don't feel comfortable face checking or whatever, then we should just play topside again. Our vision is topside, we just play topside again. That's the only alternative. Okay? And who should go topside? It should be our fragile mid laner, Henry. Again, okay? But instead, what do? Henry's by himself bot, and he just dies because the enemy team just stays bot. We need to start thinking about what we're doing in this picture. Are we retaking bot side vision together, or are we too scared to enter bot side? Then our only option is to do the same exact play, right? We go through top side again, and we try and kill this Aatrox who's trolling on here, okay? Okay, just have one more comment for today. Okay, so Henry got like as deep a push as he could get. We see Smolder. We see Nami. Max is catching the mid wave, which is fine. I want you guys to kind of lock in and focus on like 2 lanes at a time. Euphonia, if this is a timer where you don't feel safe, you should just shift mid here, okay? Henry's backing off, which is correct because we can't push up any further until we get more information, until we get more words out. And Danny, my critique is for you, right? Because you are too fast here, right? We cannot walk up bot just yet. Max was clearing midwave. We need to get midwave first before you just start dropping your vision like this. This is too much. This is too fast. What you should do instead is you help Max get midwave. Okay? Henry still plays like a bitch. We get midwave, push together, and then you guys come bot side together. We get vision for Henry, then Henry can push up. Okay? That's the sequence. Okay? But you're just trolling here. And then we're forced to help you and it's just awkward, right? Okay. Main takeaways are we need to have a discussion about if we're going to play for the next objective, are we playing for the next drag, are we playing for the Rift Herald, and we need to adjust our chess pieces, right, our units accordingly in a way that strong sides Henry. But if you watch all of these instances, we're like disjointed. What we're doing doesn't make sense and it's too slow. Okay, so we need to have these discussions earlier. I recommend at least a minute before the actual objective spawns. Okay, because we need to plan. People need to get their resets off. Some people might need to stay for one more wave to get their item. There's a lot of planning involved. Honestly, I've been giving this feedback for a long time. We need to have a discussion about it and we need to make a decision. Okay, whether that decision ends up being right or wrong, I don't care right now. Okay, but we need to make a decision because we can't be doing these disjointed things where like Henry is just dying on the side lane because he's being weak-sided because we realized too late that we're playing for the opposite side. That play you guys made where we kill the Aatrox top and we Rift Herald, we get tier 2, that is the kind of trade I'm looking for. More of those things, right? It's just we need to involve Henry in that play because he is one of the carries, right? Okay.